status, what's really interesting is like we have some really, really good days, and then we have some like ho-hum days. I had just like a really big burst on Tuesday. Yo, dude, check this out. So you know that video that you edited, the one about the podcast studio launching?
Yeah.
Dude, so I posted it like, I don't know, 2 hours ago, and it's got 20 likes, 2 comments, 153 views, which isn't that crazy, but literally just got called from a friend of a friend who saw the video and now wants to work with us.
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
Your video crushed.
Sweet.
Social media works, dude. It's so hype. Let's go.
So I was in MLS class and you were one of the speakers. I was doing my continuing ed, my virtual ones, like maybe 2 months ago.
Okay.
So at the time I was kind of talking to Nikita and Pat and Vincenzo, so I was like, I gotta like make sure that they know Jeb.
Yeah.
And then like when you reached out to me on Instagram, I literally instantly thought like, I wonder if you know City Plot. Like I'm actually gonna be moving in there.
Yeah, that's wild.
But then I got, I found a niche in building, construction, and development. So I just started Charlotte and then moving here, transitioning to Raleigh, back to Raleigh.
Yeah.
But my niche was, partnering with developers, finding builders, and helping them find dirt. Like I just loved dirt research and making something happen that wasn't even in the MLS or whatever.
Nice.
Fast forward to basically this year, I left corporate America. Started my own business. So I'm a fractional CFO and been able to grow and love and cherish. And it really was just clients from my past. So it wasn't going out and finding
pull on your
clients.
network though and get yourself going.
Yep. But then coronavirus hit. So it was like January that started, and March came a pandemic. So I just kind of shifted my focus and said I need to reevaluate and see what it is that I really like, what makes me tick.
Yeah.
We're all entrepreneurs that love real estate.
Right? Isn't that that's a cool angle about this group.
Yep, and he looked at me and he was like, you're really good at actually like buildings and things, and like I never thought about that.
Yeah.
So now I'm just here and full-time part of the team, and
right on.
I'm ready to basically turn every tenant to a landlord.
That's
okay,
here we go.
That's my motto, my dream motto.
I dig that.
Our founder's name was Tatiana Ferguson, but it was a cool story coming out of Duke. It was a organic, tea-based energy drink, all natural, organic compared to what was out there. And I jumped on while I was in school actually as an ambassador, kind of grew with the company to where I was basically just running the whole digital side of the business, e-commerce, social media content, and was doing that through some changes in leadership at that company. And then in December, unfortunately, our funding was kind of coming to the end. Like, hey, we're probably going to get scooped up for pretty cheap by another beverage company. There's probably not going to be an opportunity there, so what's next? And I was in that mindset of like, this is really cool. Like, I really loved the product. I really believed in it. But at the end of the day, like, the team kind of started falling apart. And then you kind of get into the monotony of it. And you're just like, I'm building this, but it's not my passion.
Right.
Like I loved it, but now I'm kind of falling out of love with it. And now to just be on this trajectory where we get to explore opportunities with new people. I get to do a bunch of networking, which I wasn't really doing there. It's like, why are you gonna go meet with so-and-so? It's like, well, I wanted to, but that wasn't gonna be part of digital marketing for a beverage company.
Right.
So it's fun to be able to like have a legitimate conversation with people, like, and then I just started grabbing freelance work. I was like, all right, I got this branding, marketing, digital skill set, where can that go? A lot of it was just video editing, frankly, in the first month, just like, hey, let me pay the bills, whatever.
Yep.
And then was like, hey, this freelance business is pretty cool, but this is like enough to probably start an agency. So I branded under Jeb Company, and then really started just putting that out into the universe even more so, like through my network and through these people, like, hey, we're ready for work.
Yeah.
And what started out as just a couple video editing gigs, and then a beverage company turned into a focus on personal branding at the beginning of it, because that's just always been really interesting to me. Like, just, I'm a big believer of like driving and searching for like impact and exposure online, and it's always has been fascinating to me, so I wanted to focus on that. And my first wave of like clients for the agency was actually CEOs, and I was like, I don't know why they suck online. Like, they don't do anything on LinkedIn. what I realized is that they don't do anything online because they don't give a shit about it, and their teams are overwhelmed by doing other stuff, and they're really hard to work with. So that actually fell flat on its face. And I was like, well, that kind of sucked.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So I was like, well, that was a good learning. I realized that that's going to be really hard to break into unless I'm just honestly just a savage and get a couple people. But I didn't want to be forcing myself on people. Like I get very like self-conscious about that. I was like, hey, like there's actually some interesting opportunities with like G. He actually like, I'm really interested in doing this, and it was fun to get to build something together. So I was like, hey, okay, there are people that want to do this, understand the value, and are going to be really fun to work with.
Right.
So then immediately my mindset shifted to just like let's just work through the networks we have. All of our business has been referrals so far, which has been incredible.
And it's the best kind of business.
And it's the best kind of business.
Yeah. Most of those guys up there, they all have a great brand, reputation, and everything. My brand is like the tip of this pen. But how do you work with like the commercial brokers?
Yeah, for sure.
In branding or whatever.
Yeah. So basically, his whole like digital infrastructure, other than his personal content he puts out, is all stuff that we're either helping him do or executing on. He's got a marketing team that helps him with some of his restaurants that does like his newsletter and built his website before, but that's all stuff that we've done for.
My biggest focus is education and making sure that I get in front of as many people as I can.
Yeah.
Because I've always prided myself on, I've never sold a day in life, but I've always been in sales. But I've never ever sold anything.
Yeah.
Like to me, it's like help the person.
Yeah.
The person that's in front of you, what is their need, what is their goal, and don't go to them looking at.
Yeah, totally. I mean, as long as like, I think I just need to put back on the calendar on the traditions on new, but once we've got that, we're ready to go.
And make sure that I'm good with everything. So far, it looks fine.
Nice. Yeah, if we're talking about perfect world scenario, and you know, this is perfect world, so who knows? But like, if everything comes in on Monday, we're like good to go. Wednesday, Thursday, live. You know, LinkedIn lead gens coming in Monday. If that sounds cool with you, then that's probably what I'll put in my head and like in our notes in terms of how we could try to get rocking. Adjust. Great.
Cool. Well, this is coming at the perfect time because we're like wrapping up our major project that we've been working on this year, and we're ramping down on some of the work we're doing with WAN as well. So this is like perfect timing for us to launch.
Nice. Well, I'm really glad to hear that, and I feel like we're kind of getting really close with the content and then having our initial roadmap here. So I'm excited about that. I'm stoked. It does taste like salt. Wow. Of course it should, because it's a salt lamp. Guys, Thursday afternoon, meeting marathon. We got to the studio around 2, filmed, 2:30, filmed 4 or 5 Digital Minute Mondays. Super stoked on these. Lots of good content coming your way. So stay tuned on Instagram, YouTube. We're dropping every Monday, LinkedIn, whatever it is. Check in, practical tips about getting it done. And then we hit 3 client meetings, the meeting marathon, one of our brand clients, 2 brand clients, one of our personal brand clients. One of them was actually a new client meeting, and we won it, kicking off a new content series with another local commercial real estate hustler here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Got a phone call before we came about a lead from LinkedIn from the content that Hunter had edited, who saw the podcast, wants to do audio, video content. Today's a good day. We're crushing it. Like I said last week, or maybe this was 2 weeks ago, a lot's happening in August. We had 4 or 5 new clients. Now we're at 7 new clients in the first 3 weeks of August. I mean, the month of August, which is just incredible for us. This rate of growth is faster than anything we've seen before. And yeah, the hustle is real, and we're going with it. So stay over it. We'll see you guys in the next one. And thanks for tuning in.
So just got out of the couple meetings on Thursday, and one of the things that one of our client prospects, Adina, said that I thought was super interesting, but also impactful, and I thought was really true, was how I've never sold a day in my life, but I've always been in sales. I thought it was really cool because she was talking about kind of her approach to commercial real estate and real estate in general, and mentioning, oh, homie in the bus is trying to get it, though. Wow. But yeah, dude. He's welcome. But wow. You never see that happen.
Yeah, for real. I got that on film too.
Wow. We got the clip. But I thought that was really cool because he was talking about how she approaches like her real estate sales, or how she just approaches networking and being in real estate. Like I don't have to, every interaction I don't have to come with the sell. And it traces back to a lot of what we talk about on social media. Every interaction doesn't always have to be about a sell. You can just bring information, be helpful, be impactful, engage, and then that's what turns into your sales process. It's also been so true about what we've been developing at Jeb Co, because we've only got, and I tell everyone this, we've only got one client from a actual sales effort, a actual like lead gen, like I want to sell you something interaction. Otherwise, everything has been referral based from clients or inbound from the content that we create on social media. Today was a great example. I'm super pumped about it. If you're going out on LinkedIn, if you're putting good stuff out, it's gonna come back, and you just gotta be willing to trust in yourself, trust in the process, and keep it going, and keep it building. See you guys later.